Good evening, everybody. This is Bill Noble, Token Metrics TV, and this is your market update. The first market update since returning from Bitcoin Miami 2021. Now, with 50,000 people at this conference, or 50,000 people in Miami and 12,000 people at the conference, you can't help but drink the crypto Kool-Aid, and you can't help but drink the Bitcoin Kool-Aid. Now, one piece of note, or one thing to note from the conference, is that most of the people, when we did our kind of man on the street interviews, most people aren't holding all of their portfolio in Bitcoin. Roughly, I noticed that it's like 20%. And this includes people who are up to 500,000. Now, one piece of really good news from the conference is I was able to pick up this book called The Promise of Bitcoin, written by the brother of Charlie Lee, the guy who founded Litecoin. If you're out there and you're looking for education, you know, the first half of that book so far is yielding a lot of really good information. Now, one of the pieces to affect the market update that could really help you is it gave me the month and the date that Bitcoin started trading at Mt. Gox. What's Mt. Gox? It's an exchange in Japan, I believe, where, you know, it was hard to trade Bitcoin and there was a huge blow up, insolvency, lawsuits. But the bottom line was, for GAN analysis, I was able to say the start of the cycle analysis was 2010 rather than 2013. And it actually makes the work a lot easier. Okay, so to review, or for anybody who just joined, we like looking at 44-month cycles, or 1,385 days. This comes from the work of William Gann, a famous technical analyst from the early 20th century. Now, if I do a revised Bitcoin chart based on the fact that Bitcoin was born in 2010, I come up with some very interesting results. Now, on the bad news side, the market is coming to the end of the 44-month cycle. The 44-month cycle should end in August and September. We've come out with something a while ago where we talked about support in Bitcoin around 33K. I do not believe anybody is interested in selling Bitcoin at these levels. Now, let's go to Ethereum. We are the house of ETH. We are talking on CNBC about ETH flipping Bitcoin. Now, if Ethereum started trading in 2015, this also allows for revision of our analysis. Originally, we were using the start of ETH on Coinbase, and I decided to go farther back based on just the idea we fixed the Bitcoin analysis. So let's dig deeper into ETH. As it turns out, ETH is just starting its 44-month cycle. It's like 1/4 of the way in. Now, why is this important? Last 44-month cycle, ETH did a 24x. Okay. In this cycle, if ETH does a 24x from the low, it puts ETH at 20K. That means it gives ETH a 10x from where we are right now. And it possibly gives us the idea that ETH could catch up to Bitcoin in market cap. If DeFi is going to be as big as we think it is, if Bitcoin, which I didn't show you on the other chart, normally overshoots where it should stop. So if it should stop in August, there could be another big rally in September. And ETH could go absolutely parabolic. So looking at this chart, which is a log scale, you know, does the monthly candlestick that everybody is having a fart NYs about in ETH even show up and amount to anything? Does it look disturbing to you looking at a log scale? The answer is no. The answer is no. And Ethereum versus Bitcoin has nowhere to go but up, and ETH has nowhere to go but up. So this idea of a DeFi summer is on. Now, going back to risks to the view. This may be the strangest time in crypto because we're counting on the Fed to save equities and to save equities from a decline. QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100, is stalling right at resistance. I do have reasons to worry about stocks. You know, inflation is out of control and the Fed may have to do something to stop the flow of money into the economy. Now, here's the good news, which we'll be looking at more in depth in future market updates. I have seen analysis from probably the smartest person that I know, okay, that suggests the Fed is not only going to not stop putting money into the market because inflation, but that they're going to pump even harder, which would be great for crypto, and at least it would keep equities from shitting the bed. Okay, looking at S&P, all right, 4182 is a key level. Okay, this is called a Gann box. Obviously, as you can see by the colors, I'm experimenting. Now, if equities fall apart, if equities take out 4182 on the upside, this is S&P futures, there is the possibility of a 15% decline to 3,600. If such a move occurred, if such a move occurred, in my view, that would be crypto Christmas. That would probably be Bitcoin around 25K. I don't know where the rest of it would be, but that would be Christmas. So if you've got 10% or 20% in stable coins, leave it. If equities break out on the upside, then you can probably move some more chips in. But let's give equities room, especially around this solar eclipse on June 10th. Let's give the markets room to see how they do with that event, because that event is not exactly market friendly. Will save you the voodoo. So here's the conclusion. Don't give up the ship. Don't. Okay, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that if equities hold it together, crypto is consolidating for a DeFi summer. Yes, the market is boring. Yes, it doesn't lend itself to super exciting market updates, but no news is good news for crypto. This is Bill Noble, Token Metrics TV. We'll see you next time.